The enemy has come into the understanding that they cannot beat us and they can't join us either. But that does not mean that the warfare is done. In fact, it has amped up. And I guess they figure if we cannot beat them, we need them to defeat themselves. We need them to beat themselves. And they're doing this through the subconscious. There has been an uptick in astral warfare where there is projection and injecting of poison. And what I mean by this is where you are ingesting certain substances or you're eating the foods from these people, from these beings that is meant to alter you, alter your reality. And if you are now the key holder, you hold the keys again, which were always rightfully yours, but somehow they had access to them for whatever period of time. They have been returned to the original creators, the people who were always meant to hold the keys to creation here in this realm. Now that you have the keys, you're in control of what's being made manifest. You can choose peace, you can choose joy, you can choose love, you can choose light. And what they're attempting to do is inject their venom, inject their poison into your subconscious so that you make that manifest. Because they can't do it for you, but they can give you the idea so that you create it yourself. And then there's also this aspect of theft that is occurring through the dreams, whether it's they're outright taking items while you're in the dream together, or they're taking energy through certain attachments, intercourse. Things that you wouldn't otherwise do in the waking realm, they are carrying out through the dream realm to thieve, to take from you. They're essentially giving you what you need to destroy your own ship because they can't do anything anymore. They don't have the energy, they don't have the authority to carry out much more of anything else in this physical realm. I believe it was maybe 2 weeks ago, a week ago, that they did their last big hurrah, which was supposed to either completely knock you down so that they could regain a foothold or just buy them enough energy, enough source to get through to whatever next milestone they're looking forward to, which I assume is the eclipses that are coming up. Now, if you know anything about eclipses, just to pivot, highly unstable, highly unpredictable energy. So even utilizing them or trying to utilize them, especially when you're already at the point where there is no return, is such a gamble. But for people who are on their last leg, look at it like this. People who are on a battlefield and they are at war and their side is losing tremendously, they either back down and surrender or they stay and fight to the very end, which assures their death. And these are the kind of people who are going to stay and fight until the very end so that they can at least take some more out with them, or they just have the bragging right of saying, I never back down. It's just that. And that's all pride based. What they thought they were going to accomplish maybe a week or 2 weeks ago was literally a whisper in the wind in comparison to what they needed, to what they planned. And so there is this panic that is causing them to act out in ways that is against their better knowing, against their better judgment. They aren't able to think straight, they can't see clearly. It's all bad for them. It's all bad for them. So they're just doing anything they can. They're just throwing anything out there that they can and hoping it lands because at this point they have lost terror. Not only that, their nighttime activities is giving them severe sleep deprivation, which is making them even worse than they already are. All of that energy that they're putting into the astrals is returning void. It's not working out for them. And so they are once more looking for other ways to go about obtaining the energy and things that they need to carry on, because this is all energy. Everything in this realm boils down to energy, quite literally. No matter what you're seeing on the physical, it's all boiling down to energy. So each time they go in and attempt this astral warfare, each time they go in and attempt this theft, it is only further depleting them and their ranks and their resources. And they will soon recognize that they are losing even more than what they came in with. It's almost like they're coming in to take something, but instead of anything being taken along with them, they lose 2 times as much on the way out. It's like a toddler who is tiring themselves out by throwing a fit, so they just do the absolute most and throw a tantrum and then they fall asleep. The realization will set in soon enough that the war is over. and it was not won by their side. And it does not matter what they do moving forward, no matter what tricks they have up their sleeve, no matter what methods they work, it's not working out for them. There is nothing that they can do to change the natural course of events. It was always meant to be this way. And if they were smart, they would stop fighting against the tide and surrender to it. Because when they are fighting against it, they're still going, they are sinking further into these depths.